Greetings, folks. How's it going with you? It's going fine here, I suppose, but I am very much missing going out and physically thrifting like I used to. It's just not a routine that I'm doing anymore for the time being. In fact, I haven't really gone out thrifting since the last episode of LGR Thrifts, and it's a bummer, but it's just kind of the reality of things at the moment. A lot of stores are open, but it's just not quite the same at the moment. Things are still a little weird, and I pretty much go out for necessities and a coffee every so often. That's about it. So that's that, but at the same time, that's not stopped me from thrifting, so to speak. I still do, online shopping and looking around for bargains and not bargains, just interesting things on different websites, including Goodwills. So why not do a little bit of that today with something I'm calling e-thrifts, because that's a word now. I know it won't be the same. You don't really find the type of bargains you do in person out in the wild, but let's do it anyway. Let's go e-thrifting. All right, so first up today is a Goodwill, or really the Shop Goodwill auction website. And in case you didn't know, Goodwills around the country will often post interesting things or not so interesting things up for auction online instead of selling them in the store. Or sometimes they do sell them in the store and also sell them online. You can, either buy them in the store itself or just go online and try your luck at bidding. But you can find all sorts of randomness. Like, look at this. This just popped up randomly here. Bulk lot of Dell desktops. Working. A lot of 20 for $98.99 at the moment. There are no bidders. It's a pickup only thing. Goodwill of Central and Northern Arizona. Okay. You get a lot of different bulk lots like this, just sort of groups of things or collections of things that would be kind of awkward to sell in the store. You got categories that are divided up into, things you'd normally find at Goodwill. There's a whole section for just religious items because, Goodwill's got a lot of that. Glassware, bulk. Anyway, let's just look at some individual items. So I just typed in a search for vintage computer here. You never know what that'll find. And what do you know? An Apple III popped up. I did not expect that. Bids are already at $900 some. Go figure. This thing looks basically brand new, unused. Seriously, clean, great condition, a 256K memory model. Apparently located at a Seattle Goodwill. That makes sense. If you know anything about the area, all sorts of interesting computery things can often come from there. And just kind of browsing around here in the gaming, I found a lot of 16 assorted Atari video game cartridges. It's already at $250. So I'm assuming that this Ultravision's Condor attack is what's setting that price so high, because none of these other carts are anything rare. Now this is a lovely looking receiver here. Check this out, a Pioneer SX780. 45 watts per channel, already over $200. This thing looks great. It's just from that era that I really enjoy receivers. It's got that black-backed VU meters and an FM tuner needle there. It's just so cool. The wood grain's in good shape too. A lot of times these are pretty beat up, but this one looks pretty nice. Oh wow, check this out. This is a Marantz Super Scope PSD 300. This is a little portable field recorder, but it records to CDs, not cassettes. I first learned about this on Techmoan. I believe he covered this a couple of years ago on his YouTube channel. It's a fascinating looking design, and I just like the fact that it's a portable CD recorder. It's just neat. Ooh, check this out. I got a Commodore CRT monitor over here from 1988. Of course, missing the front door. They're always missing that front panel. Yeah, neat little monitor there. An 1802, that would go nicely with a C64C or 128. Oh man, check this out. This is an Apple Mac. This is a Mac Plus 1 megabyte model. I've always wanted one of these in particular. Like I have a 128 and SE and such, but there's something about the Plus. I don't know, maybe it's the vaporwavy side, but it's appealing to me. This one's unevenly yellowed, but that could be addressed. It's only $35 out of a Goodwill in Kansas. I'm sure those bids will go up. Oh, hey, I haven't seen one of these at a Goodwill yet. Online or in person. There's a little NES Mini. And it's only going for $7.99 currently. There's no bids on it. Can't say that I think it'll stay that way. Somebody's bound to grab it. But yeah, $7.99 Goodwill of North Georgia. Doesn't have the packaging, of course, but it is tested and it functions. More than you can usually say for one in the store. Wow, you know, this is not normally my thing, but the price just stood out. This is 14 to 18 karat yellow gold charm bracelet. $3,500 is the current bid. 108 grams. I mean, yeah, check it out. They got the price of gold. I have no doubt that a lot of people go to Goodwill just snapping up gold or whatever, maybe for scrap. I never really thought about it that much, but yeah, why not, right? And a lot of people do it with old computer parts. Oh man, check out these speakers. Not only the wood grain, but just like the overall design. These are JBL C38 floor speakers. Look at those connections. When were these made? I don't know, but James B. Lansing Sound Incorporated. I don't know. I love those speakers. I would totally use those. What is this? 3 Game Boy ASCII Showcase System game cases. Dude, this is awesome. It's like a full-on storage rack display thing for your Game Boy carts. I've never seen those before. And it's made by, ASCII. They did all sorts of different peripherals and accessories and things, but yeah, I guess maybe these aren't too common. $452 is the current price. Oh man, what is this? I was just attracted to the picture because of all the yellow. 1960s Aurora model motoring. That's like a really cool, what was that, little slot car racetrack thing? Man, you know, I've seen these kinds of things at different Goodwills just sort of tossed together in a big old cardboard box, but typically they don't have any of the packaging, much less so many things all in one. This is really neat for, you know, the right type of collector. I don't know, I just still think it's pretty awesome. $430 currently. Here's a Goodwill in Colorado. 7 hours remaining on this one. Check out this lot of N64 goodness. Not the greatest wheel in the world, but hey, whatever. Nintendo 64. Good stuff. Perfect Dark, Duke 64, Banjo-Kazooie, Hexen, Turok, Shadows of the Empire, Doom 64, Cruise New. Like, seriously, I love pretty much all of these. $421 at the moment. This is a little different. I got an autographed print with apparently a certificate of authenticity. I mean, I guess that's real. 259 of 388. Why 388? Such an arbitrary number. Anyway, autograph crap. On the flip side of things being autographed, O Jerusalem triple signed print by Greg Olson. Pretty sure I've seen that picture in a fair number of churches over the years. Nobody's bidding on it, and there's 7 hours left. Welp. Here we go. I'm sure this is going to get some folks' attention. 6.5 pounds of Pokemon trading cards. I don't really know much about these, but hey, look at that. They've got the thing there. Just so you know, it is indeed 6.5 pounds. I believe it. Look at all those stacked in there. Are these worth the price? I don't know. Going in for $256 currently. Goodwill Retail Services. What the heck is that? Oh, apparently in Wisconsin. Okay. Why it's listed as Goodwill Retail Services. Hey, what in the world? They got an iMac as well. I got a little G4 here. Is that the same one in Wisconsin? Looks, you know, decent. I like how they marked off all the information at the bottom here. $49. Nobody's bidding on it so far. Oh, poor Mac. I guess now Goodwill's showing me Pokemon because look at this. It brings up a Dark Charizard Holo Team Rocket. There's just one card. $250. So I guess Goodwill knew what they were doing. This particular Goodwill just posting it on its own instead of part of the lot. Shout out to the employee in Pennsylvania who knew to list this. Well, this is interesting, or at least it could be, but there's no photos really. 15 movie posters, $231 currently, but this is the only photo. What the crap? What else does it come with? Let's see here. This is in Ohio. 15 movie posters. Oh man, there's a lot of good stuff. Goonies, Protocol, Beverly Hills, Pee-wee, Cobra, Gremlins. Man, this is good stuff. But why no photos? Here we go. This is an increasingly common sight at Goodwills, in person and online. But yeah, 5 different Wii consoles and a crapload of remotes and Wii condoms and cables. And look at all these things. Ooh. Are they degrading on the bottom like this? Is that starting to happen? I guess it'd be about right. 14, 13 years. Yeah, happens with a lot of different rubber feet. Ooh, here we go. This grabs my attention just because of this box I haven't seen since I was a kid. Seeing this like Toys R Us, Donkey Kong Country box. It was like seriously the entire reason I bought a Super Nintendo. Here's another thing being listed as IOB. This is an Atari 800 XL. It looks pretty good too overall. Wow. It's a low serial number too. Look at that, 782. Is that right? I don't know. 782473. But anyway, that's a lovely little computer. Oh, heck yeah. Take a look at this turntable. Onkyo CP1057F. Automatic turntable. Just drawn to it because of that remote. I hope there's a photo of the remote. Little AT cartridge on there. Come on, show me the remote. There it is. Look at that. Don't see too many automatic turntables with remotes like this. At least I haven't seen too many. That's awesome. Power's on, disc spins, nothing else tested. Well, I don't know. I've already got some cool turntables. I just like the remote, man. That remote's awesome. Well, here's a rather new thing for a Goodwill find. We got a Sony Alpha A6000. That camera's only a few years old, right? At least at this point. Okay. Battery compartment lock is broken, does not stay closed. Other than that, I mean, what in the world? It's pretty awesome. Can't be too hard of a fix. Ah, man. Anybody remember the Bose Wave? Remember seeing like commercials and ads for this? Made it look all amazing. I don't know if it actually sounded as great as it was supposed to have, but I always kind of wanted to grab one and try out anyway, just because. Yeah, the Wave. That beige plastic. I don't know. There's something oddly appealing about it still. Well, this one got my attention just because of the price. And I mean, kind of because of what it is too, but the price. 2 Zippo lighters. Just 2. But $142 already? Are these really that valuable? That's a pretty neat design, I gotta say. Not like $142 neat. Oh wow, check out the design on this guitar. We got a Zakk Wylde Les Paul. That is one very loud guitar. In more ways than one, I guess. But yeah, seriously, that whole paint job, that's a thing right there. You gotta be into it. Yeah, don't see these terribly often. I mean, they're not super uncommon, but still, I got some Timex Sinclair 1000s here. It's got a memory pack stuck on the back there. Bunch of tapes. It's not a bad little lot. I mean, it's not the greatest of computers. I've got one. It's a thing. That's fun for someone. Not really finding that many big box PC games, unfortunately, but here's one listed under the sports collectibles. 1996's NASCAR racing. Yeah, you know, nothing special, but like one of the few big boxes I've come across. Yeah, this listed as vintage computer software, 5 pieces, but I mean, kind of. A couple of them are just the CD Stomper labeling system. These are just refills. I guess there's some software in here, but I mean, yeah, I got a Home Designer, Pinnacle Studio, Roxio Creator. Not interested. And here we go. A nice little TRS-80 over here is a color computer from 1980. And it looks pretty good, all things considered. Apparently, it comes with chess. Yeah, I mean, look at that. You got the no real wear where the wrists would go on here. That's normally pretty worn down. Seems to be an extended basic model as well, so it's been upgraded just a tad. Can't tell from here what kind of memory it has, maybe 16K, but yeah, neat little computer. I like these. What the heck is this? Milton Bradley MBX expansion system for TI home computer. Now you can enhance your computer with these exciting features. Voice recognition, speech synth, action input, keypad, analog joystick. Wow. Look at all these things. And that weird joystick. That tablet looking deal. That's the first for me. I got a neat little clock radio here. 1946 apparently. General Electric. Just a little Bakelite deal. Brown. Yeah, I approve. Yeah, we got something here still in its box. A Sharp RD600 apparently. Look at that tape recorder. Those piano key controls, man. That's got a neat look to it. That's older than any of them I've used. I kind of like that. $8.95. Tempting. Now look at this Star Trek-y looking thing. At least with that logo right there. I got an admirable radio receiver here. It's a metal kind of design coated in something leathery, but yeah, look at that antenna. Again, though, the Trek-like insignia. Was that Admiral's thing? I haven't seen enough Admiral things to know. Oh, what in the 1960s? This is Janica Mini Stereo Jewel Box Radio. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. I like it. I guess it's just a little jewelry box, but battery-powered radio inside. That's pretty neat. Oh man, now that is a clothes iron. I feel like that would just iron through the world if you let it. Look at that thing. Just wood and metal. That's it. Oh, heck yeah, car phone. Or maybe just a cell phone in a bag. But anyway, these don't get enough love. And this one doesn't have any bids. That's not really surprising. You can't really even use these at all, right? Like, could you rig it up to be used on a modern cell network? I don't know, but I like them, especially when they have a bag. Hello, chrominess and plastic. Sears Countercraft Toaster Oven. That is nasty. It is really nasty. But, you know, the chromed out aesthetic with the plastics, oh, and the worst wood grain, hideously beautiful. What the heck is this? Argus automatic slide changer. I thought it was like a stereo setup at first. Well, this is an alternative to the carousel that I have not seen. Check it out. That's neat. I'd kind of like to see that in action or hear that in action. I bet it sounds awesome. Like chunka swapping out slides. I can hear it in my brain. Oh, Atari computer cassettes. Let's see, what is in here? Spelling teacher, math tutor, okay. Atari, that is a kind of logo from them I've never seen before. Edition, word search, Plumbus? What? The Crypts of Plumbus. Never heard of that one. So here's something I wasn't quite understanding the appeal of at first. I saw 13 bids. I'm like, why? It's just a bunny, but no. Fenton Satin Vaseline glass bunny. So it glows green under UV light because it's radioactive. This is also known as uranium glass. I've seen what I think are some of these out in the wild before at different Goodwills, but this one is just confirmed as being that Vaseline glass. That is, the fact that it glows green and is radioactive, I love it. Well, see, now I'm just searching like Vaseline and radioactive uranium glass on here. There's all sorts of things popping up. Check it out. It glows. Hey, anybody need some soap? Just a bottle of soap and some cream. Goodwill, $14.99. Buy it now? They have buy it nows now? Okay. Can tell I haven't been on here in a while. Yeah, I'm discovering there are an absolute crap load of perfumes and soaps, makeup sets, and things you don't normally see in the store. Or if you do, they're, you know, a rather limited selection. Hey, look at this. It's just bottles of things, man. It look used partially. Are those the samplers? I can't tell. This whole bath and body personal care section, all sorts of stuff. Buy some hearing aids from Goodwill. Does that make sense? Ooh, what is this? I like the case. Brother Valiant typewriter. Oh yeah. Look at that. That is a gorgeous piece of hardware. I'm only familiar with their like 90s word processors. Yeah, like this. Just typewriters. Uninspiring to an extreme. Plastic junk. Whoa, what is this? Vintage Indiana wooden cash drawer. Wooden, you say? Yeah, I see that. Oh, dang, I want to stick my cash in there. And yes, Goodwill has an automotive section. Goodwill does take cars. You want a 1997 Ford Ranger? The reserve's already been met. It's not a bad little truck. Imagine rolling up in your new Mercedes and be like, oh, where'd you get that? I got it from Goodwill. At thrift store bins. Yeah, a little bit of rust and grime and grossness. It's okay. It's a thrift store find. Check that out. Classic Pyrex bowls and glassware kind of things. The memories of like eating off of things with this design. Heck, I've still got some some dishware that has that on it. But I don't know. I think this makes Sunday afternoon lunches taste better, man. Dinner tastes better out of a Pyrex. Ah, here we go. I got a Laserdisc player, a CLD M301 by Pioneer. Not only that, but it is also a CD changer. Let's see here. Does it show the mechanism? No, it does not. It says it powers on, the disc tray ejects and retracts. Could not test it more than that. Well, you could have shown the tray at least. Oh, well. Oh no. This is... that's a straightforward title, all right. It's a lot of creepy dolls. My goodness, what? You know, that one especially. Yeah, okay. Ooh, what do we have here? We got some Sega consoles and accessories working. Apparently, $221 at the moment is what the bids are up to. Yeah, some Dreamcast, a few Game Gears, a couple Model 2 Genesises. Yeah, all kinds of things in there. I wonder if this was all donated by the same person or just a collection of stuff they got at the same Goodwill. You never know, but that's a lot of Sega in one spot. Oh, dude, I really like these. Vintage Durham appliance tchotchkes. Yeah, these are actually made by Durham Industrial, if I recall. I've seen these in different antique stores before. They're just like little miniature metal thingies. Yeah, there we go. Durham Industries. They're not necessarily antiques, but they look like antiques. They're made to look like that. I don't know. I just like miniature type of things, and these are nifty. Hey, check it out. We got a boxed Creative Sound Blaster Live sound card here. The Best Buy open item sticker's been marked out, but yeah, don't run across the original Live in the box too often. What's that going for? 36 at the moment. 4 bids. Curious what that'll end up selling for. And lastly, oh my goodness, check this out. We got a Voodoo 3 3500 TV AGP video card complete in the box. Not only that, but it is sealed in the box. Oof, I'm sure this is going to go for a good bit. These can go for a few hundred at least on eBay from what I've seen. I've tried to get a 3500 in the box before, and so far I've been outbid. Looks like that was removed potentially for a rebate, but yeah. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and put in a bid here. Let's see. 300 seems fair. I'm sure I'll get outbid, but well, actually, how long is left? We got 101, 8 hours left. Alrighty, well, I put in my bid. Doink. Yay. So that put it up to 126. That was the previous max bid. Mine is higher than that, of course. We'll see what happens when I come back in 8 hours. Alrighty, it is late in the evening here and the auction is over, and check it out! I won! It wasn't exactly cheap, but you know, considering what it is, $257 is not a terrible price to pay for a 3500 sealed in the box. Like I said, the last one I saw sell in this condition on eBay was over 300, and the most recent one to sell in the box, just an open box, not sealed, that was $220 on eBay. So, you know, $257 for a brand new in a box, never been opened. I'm cool with that, so let's go ahead and pay for it. And yeah, that's that. It's taken care of in terms of being paid for, so it's just up to them to ship it whenever they can here, hopefully pretty soon. Of course, I'm not going to be able to show myself getting it here in this video because I'm going to get this video posted, but perhaps I'll do that in the next episode of LGR eThrifts, showing this card arriving. And yeah, I guess that's it for this episode. Let me know what you thought about this format, if you'd like to see it again in the future, if you have any ideas for what could be added to or changed, or whatever kind of experiences you've had shopping on the Shop Goodwill website, or maybe some other websites you'd like to see me check out in terms of shopping online and such. I will absolutely be going back thrifting in person whenever it makes sense, but yeah, I'm just not doing that right now. Things are too weird. But a number of you are still thrifting here and there. Definitely not as much, because I haven't gotten as many photos as usual, but you're sending in some finds regardless. So yeah, thank you for sending those in. It's awesome seeing what you found. And hopefully I can join you all once again in the thrift stores out in the wild in the future as things continue on their course. But yeah, that's it for this episode of LGR eThrifts. Thanks for watching.